Secretly married actor confesses to me. I exposed him live. I'm a popular young actress, and Griff Fu is the newly crowned Best Actor. He publicly declared his love for me on a variety show, and I quickly fell head over heels. Fans all thought Griff Fu was madly in love with me too. Until I was stabbed to death by Griff Fu's obsessive fan. Only then did I realize that Griff Fu never loved me. I was just a tool he used to shield his secretly married wife and boost his own status. I died. And the obsessive fan who threatened him was arrested. Now he's left to live sweetly with his secretly married wife. When I woke up again, I saw Griff Fu gazing at me affectionately during his live variety show. I smiled and asked, I heard Teacher Fu is secretly married. Are you staring at me because I look just like your wife? Griff Fu instantly turned pale as a ghost. Holy shit, for real, I just saw this expose recently too. Is Esme sang out of her mind? Why would she slander our brother on a variety show? Look at Griff Fu's weird expression. Could the expose actually be true? Why are you scolding my Esme? She's practically speaking my mind online. I'm also super curious. The barrage of comments instantly exploded, and the host's eyes widened with gossipy excitement, staring intently at Griff Fu. Mr. Fu, is it true? Are you really secretly married? Griff Fu was stunned for a moment. After all, he's an award-winning actor and quickly regained his composure. It's all rumors. I cast a faint glance at Juna Duan in the corner, noticing her secretly letting out a sigh of relief. Ha ha ha, I knew it. Teacher Fu is the dream of young girls and women everywhere. If he were to marry young, wouldn't his fans be heartbroken? So, for the sake of his fans, Teacher Fu would never secretly marry, right? Otherwise, how heartbreaking would that be for his fans? I only asked that question because I couldn't stand such rumors and wanted to create an opportunity for Teacher Fu to clarify during the live broadcast. I smiled and looked at Griff Fu, and sure enough, the barrage of comments started praising me. It was just a false alarm after all. I knew it. My idol practically declares his single every month. How could he possibly be secretly married? I was a bit loud with Esme sang earlier, but who knew she's actually really nice? Thanks, Esme, for giving us peace of mind. Lately, the fandom has been buzzing with rumors that we have a sister-in-law, and fans have been on edge. Griff Fu's expression stiffened slightly as he looked at me, yet he still managed a refined smile. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to clarify. I pursed my lips in a smile. No need to be so formal, Teacher Fu. My mom is your fan, and I grew up watching your dramas. You're practically like an elder to me. It's only right. His face instantly grew even stiffer, and he rubbed his chin with visible irritation. But since it was a live broadcast, he had no choice but to maintain his persona as the elegant male idol. His smile was as twisted as if he were eating shit. I sneered. I had already dragged him down to my mother's generation. Let's see how he could still have the nerve to profess his love to me or drag me down with him. Griff Fu is 10 years older than me, 35 this year, having started as a child star. It's no exaggeration to say I grew up watching his performances. However, he's the type who achieved success later in life. Despite debuting early, his career remained relatively unremarkable for a long time. It wasn't until last year when a movie was released, in which he played a sophisticated villain, that he suddenly became a sensation. Thanks to this role, he rose to become a top-tier celebrity, amassing countless adoring female fans, many of whom are extremely obsessive. With some stalker fans being particularly terrifying. In his previous life, his secret marriage was somewhat noticed by obsessive fans. Unfortunately, the obsessive fans didn't manage to photograph his actual wife. However, some obsessive fans directly sent him death threats. They said if he really had a wife, they would find a way to kill her, and Griff Fu's secretly married wife was none other than Juna Duan, a newcomer in the entertainment industry who appeared with us on the live variety show. The two of them put their heads together and decided they needed someone to take the fall, and I, who was on the same live variety show with them, was chosen. On the show, Griff Fu publicly declared his love for me. At that time, I had also just watched his movie and had a good impression of him, so I couldn't resist his intense pursuit and started dating him. The entertainment industry has never been kind to female celebrities. As soon as our relationship was announced, I was cyberbullied by Griff Fu's fans. My death photos were photoshopped and spread all over the internet. Along with various malicious edits and slanderous rumors, my family and friends' personal information was exposed, and they were subjected to all kinds of insults and harassment calls to the point where they didn't dare turn on their phones. I was terrified at the time, but Griff Fu would post statements on Weibo, not only defending me at every turn but also warning those irrational fans. Many casual fans and RCP fans online said they were totally shipping us. Everyone says Griff Fu is the bravest male celebrity on the internet, and that he must love me desperately to publicly announce our relationship without hesitation and defend me at every turn. I thought so too. I was deeply moved and loved Griff Fu even more, but the moment Griff Fu's obsessive fans stabbed me to death, I clearly saw a hint of excitement on his face. My spirit didn't disperse, instead, it stayed by Griff Fu's side. I saw the stalker who tried to kill me get arrested by the police, and Griff Fu visibly breathed a sigh of relief. That evening, he secretly went on a date with Juna Duan. The two happily drank red wine, as if celebrating a holiday. They marveled at finally getting rid of the stalker who threatened them and even celebrated Juna Duan's rise in fame by stepping over me. Finally, the two of them laughed and tumbled together on the bed. Only me, the body is not yet cold. In this life, I will definitely make these two pay the price. The live variety show we're participating in is called Life Stages. Besides me and Griff Fu, the other guests include newcomer actress Juna Duan, wealthy heir Mori, a non-celebrity, and internet influencer Yao Yao. The show will live stream our daily lives in a villa for 1 month. From 9 to 5, it's live streamed just like a regular work schedule, so that netizens can intuitively feel the life states of different social classes. Logically speaking, it was beneath Griff Fu's status to appear on this show, yet, to help Juna Duan gain fame, he resolutely joined the program. However, in their past life, he barely exchanged words with Juna Duan throughout the show, with even minimal eye contact between them. He and I had sweet interactions. He even publicly stated that he joined the show for me. I got severely criticized on the show. They said I was wasting my rising career by not focusing on work, but instead being a love-struck fool who clings to any man in sight, calling me hopeless. While Juna Duan was portraying herself as someone who fears men and works hard but gets no opportunities on the show, she kept subtly putting me down, creating a stark contrast with me. Her popularity with the audience skyrocketed, and she became an overnight sensation thanks to this variety show. This disgusting couple really squeezed me dry, leaving nothing behind. Now, I'm going to peel off their hypocritical masks layer by layer. What are your usual hobbies, and what do you hope to gain from this show? The host cues the process. The variety show has just started, and the audience needs to get to know the guests a bit, Molly said with a relaxed expression. I usually just eat, drink, and have fun. I came to the show out of curiosity, to try something different. Yao Yao also admitted frankly, I'm usually very busy, doing live stream sales every day. I joined the variety show to show everyone a different side of me. Juna Duan, on the other hand, spoke with the timidity of a newcomer. I'm a rookie actress now, and I want to work hard to perform well. I came to this show so more people can get to know me, which might help me land some roles. She stood firm yet delicate, like a small white flower, evoking both admiration and sympathy. It's tough being a rookie actor. Without connections, you can't even get roles. Exactly, if she didn't come to such variety shows, she'd just be sitting at home with nothing to do. It's not easy for her either. Juna Duan is totally my type in terms of looks. Can't wait to see her performance in the show. This girl is really good looking but lacks resources. Unlike some popular young actresses who are clearly backed by strong connections, I sneered. With just a few words, Juna Duan had successfully established her image as someone who works hard but lacks opportunities, while also giving my anti-fans a chance to drag me down. In my previous life, I wasn't alert to these things and always thought it was good to give newcomers a chance, but now, I've become green tea times Esme. Sis, don't you usually get any roles to act in? Doesn't your company arrange anything for you? How pitiful. I pretended to look at Juna Duan with a face full of sympathy, ignoring the barrage of comments calling me fake. Juna Duan clearly didn't expect me to engage in conversation with her. After a brief moment of surprise, she continued playing the victim. After all, I'm just a newcomer. The company wouldn't give me such opportunities, so I have to work extra hard, but I believe my time will come. Her attitude earned praise from many netizens. I pretended to look confused. Oh, because Teacher Fu is participating in this live variety show, I heard many artists have submitted their applications. There are already hundreds of newcomer actors alone. Thinking back to when I first debuted, I spent 2 years playing minor roles before getting supporting female parts. For you to land this show right after your debut, sister. I was actually quite envious earlier. I thought your company must treat you really well. I watched Juna Duan with envy until her face gradually turned pale. Holy shit, Esme might seem silly, but her words woke me up. How could someone without resources get on this variety show? Clearly a resource-backed star. Why play the victim? This Juna Duan is so fake. A supporting actress I follow auditioned for 3 years and even submitted her materials, but wasn't selected at all. Her fans had to comfort her for ages. Is Juna Duan a new actress? Has she even acted before? I've never seen her act before, but now she has a representative work, such as I'm a newcomer. The company won't give me a chance, yet I get to be on the same variety show as the film emperor. Reading these barrage comments, Juna Duan panicked completely, her eyes slightly red as she glared at me. Sister, why did you glare at me just now? Did I say something wrong? I'm sorry. I've always been someone who speaks without thinking. My fans all know that. If I hurt you, I apologize. Please don't dislike me. I became so nervous that my eyes instantly turned red, looking at Juna Duan helplessly, appearing utterly pitiful. Juna Duan was so frightened that she flusteredly waved her hands, saying her eyes were just naturally big and she wasn't glaring at me. No way, is she crazy? Why is she glaring at our Esme? Her true colors were exposed. And now she's throwing a tantrum out of shame. Poor Esme. I feel like she's about to break. What did she do wrong? She just accidentally revealed the truth about the privileged star. Watching my fans and passers-by gang up on Juna Duan fills me with sheer delight. Juna Duan's first impression has been ruined. Let's see how she can still step on me later. Griff Fu clearly didn't anticipate such a turn of events. He glanced at Juna Duan with pity but didn't dare to help her during the show. All he could do was clench his fists in anger, shooting me a furious glare from off-camera. I feigned confusion and looked at Griff Fu. Griff Fu's expression froze for a moment before he quickly forced out a smile. The kind that looks like someone smiling through eating shit, watching this couple's awkward predicament. I was in a good mood. This was just the beginning. Why did Teacher Fu decide to join a variety show? Everyone is very curious, since you've turned down all the other ones. The host, sensing the awkward atmosphere, quickly steered the conversation back on track. Griff Fu composed himself and resumed his usual dignified yet gentle demeanor. Suddenly, he turned to me with a smile in his eyes. I immediately frowned. That's exactly how it was in my past life. This was the moment he chose to publicly declare his love. Because there's someone here I want to get to know, that's why I came, Griff Fu said in a deep voice. His words were like a depth charge, instantly sending the barrage into a frenzy. The host's eyes lit up, eagerly asking, Mr. Fu, could you tell us who this person is? Everyone held their breath. Griff Fu's gaze towards me grew increasingly tender. Hello Esme Sang, I really want to get to know you properly. After he finished speaking, everyone looked at me in shock. Could this be a confession? Does Griff Fu actually like Esme Sang? It must be that bitch Esme Sang seducing my idol. She even reposted my idol's movie on Weibo before. Shameless. She should take a piss and look at herself in the mirror to see if she's even worthy. I, Esme, am both beautiful and a great actress. Griff Fu, a man 10 years older. Forget about Esme, even I wouldn't look at him. This is the first time I've seen a top celebrity confessing love live. Mom, I'm shipping them. The barrage was filled with all kinds of comments. I gave Griff Fu a speechless glance. Damn, I thought by dragging him into my mom's generation, this dog of a man would be too embarrassed to express his love on livestream. I underestimated his shamelessness and confidence. Now no matter how I respond, I'll offend someone, and whether I accept or reject. I've already been resented by Griff Fu's obsessive fans. Esme, It seems like Teacher Fu is confessing to you. What do you think? The host, eager for drama, looked at me with eyes shining brightly. Griff Fu also stared intently at me, his affectionate gaze causing his fans to spiral into a frenzy in the live chat. Under the spotlight, my hands trembled as I picked up a glass of water to drink, nervously looking at Griff Fu. Does Teacher Fu mean he likes me? Yes. What does Teacher Fu like about me? It was love at first sight on screen before. Oh, so Teacher Fu, how do you think one should treat the person they like? Of course, cherish her, protect her, and give her the best of everything. Hearing such words, my eyes instantly reddened. Griff Fu's smile deepened at the corners of his mouth. This idiot must think I cried because I was moved by his confession. Mr. Fu, if you were some impulsive young heartthrob suddenly confessing to me, I could still understand. But you're a veteran actor with over 20 years in the entertainment industry, now risen to A-list movie star status. You should know better than anyone that showbiz isn't a place where people can casually fall in love. Last time, a female celebrity just exchanged a few more words with you and got cyberbullied. Now you're confessing to me in front of so many people. Did I offend you somehow? Are you trying to get me cyberbullied too? Besides, while I, Esme Sang, do have some good looks, I'm self-aware enough to know I'm not the type to make an A-lister like you fall in love at first sight. You're not actually secretly married and trying to use me as a shield to protect your wife, are you? Although I'm just a small flower in the entertainment industry, my life matters too. Besides, my mom is your fan, and I've always respected you like an elder. I'm definitely getting torn apart online now. What should I do? I'm sorry. I was so scared. I must have said the wrong thing again. With reddened eyes, I cried pitifully, making sure the camera captured my most flattering angles for the live broadcast. After all, trending on social media might still earn me some fans who appreciate my looks. No kidding. Seriously, confessing like this in front of so many people is practically asking for death. Esme Sang is definitely going to get ripped apart by Griff Fu's fangirls. Poor girl, what a tragedy. I also find it baffling. Griff Fu's move is a bit shady. Not sure, need to observe more. First of all, our Esme hasn't offended anyone. She only got to know Griff Fu through this variety show. Secondly, Esme sees him as an elder, yet is trying to hit on her. How gross is that? Griff Fu reeks of paternalistic vibes. Though I'm a fan of Griff Fu, even I feel something's off. Could it be he's really trying to protect someone by pushing Esme Sang out as a scapegoat? Griff Fu didn't expect that I actually guessed his thoughts. He was on pins and needles, his gaze at me filled with panic. Everyone misunderstood. I just wanted to lighten the mood. It was just a joke. Does seeing Esme Sang flustered and afraid of being cyberbullied seem funny to you? Movie Emperor Fu's sense of humor is truly bizarre. Morley sneered with a forced smile. I glanced at Morley in surprise, never expecting him to speak up for me. I've been cyberbullied before, and I was depressed during that time. I believe Teacher Fu didn't mean it, but I understand Esme's fear. Yaro Yaro looked at me with sympathy. All the other guests spoke up for me. Only Juna Duan glanced at me impatiently. Her eyes filled with heartache as she looked at Griff Fu, watching Griff Fu suppress his anger while repeatedly apologizing. I couldn't have been more pleased. He probably never dreamed in his wildest dreams that things would turn out this way. That day, both Griff Fu and I made it to the trending list. Griff Fu publicly confesses his love to Esme Sang. Griff Fu secretly married poor Esme Sang. The beauty Griff Fu's confession conspiracy theory About a dozen trending topics dominated the charts. In my previous life, when Griff Fu confessed to me, I was stunned and couldn't speak for a long time. The trending topics were filled with netizens cursing me, with all the focus and firepower concentrated on me. This time, although some people still called me a T-girl, most of the criticism was directed at Griff Fu. Clips from his livestream were edited and posted on short video platforms, with many people saying his behavior was really off-putting. This also led to Griff Fu losing quite a few followers. I spent money on hired commenters to push the narrative that Griff Fu wanted to protect his secretly married wife by using me as a shield to the top of the comments section. Griff Fu's company issued a statement overnight to debunk the rumors, swearing that Griff Fu couldn't possibly be married and urging netizens not to spread false information. The next day, when I saw the dark circles under Griff Fu's eyes, I guessed he hadn't slept all night. Juna Duan didn't seem to have much energy when she appeared either. The couple looked as if their vitality had been drained. The look in your eyes can't hide the resentment. I suppressed a smirk, only to feel someone's gaze fixed on me. I looked up and saw Maury standing before me, though I hadn't noticed when he arrived. He sat down beside me and handed me a cup of green tea. Is this man implying something about me? I gave him a frustrated sidelong glance. He stared at me with a complicated expression for a moment, then silently took the green tea back. The live stream started again. I finished breakfast and was reading the script. Because of what happened yesterday, Griff Fu couldn't stay far enough away from me, not daring to even glance in my direction. Yao Yao, on the other hand, came over to chat with me, asking what script I was reading. I told her I had landed the lead female role in a big-budget historical drama, and that the director had just won a newcomer award, making him the hottest in demand right now. Juna Duan looked at me with eyes full of envy. Esme, I'm so jealous of you. You're always the female lead in every drama. I smiled, knowing she was implying again that I was a resource darling. I didn't argue, just smiled and smoothed my hair. After a few years in the entertainment industry, I got lucky enough to land leading roles. No need to envy me, sis. After all, your starting point was higher than mine. Who knows, maybe your company will arrange it for you directly one day. I finished speaking and went back to reading the script. She can subtly mock me with her words. So can't I subtly hint that she's a nepotism hire? Ridiculous. The tension is so thick this early in the morning. I feel like this Juna Duan is trying to stir up some catfight. Ha ha ha. Our Esme climbed her way up step by step with real skills, while she's the one who's actually a resource queen. How dare she throw shade at our Esme? Girls, doesn't it seem like Juna Duan is jealous of Esme? Am I the only one who thinks her jealous face looks so ugly? If she were cast as a scheming villainess, she wouldn't even need to act. Just be herself. Juna Duan saw the barrage of mocking comments and shot me a venomous glare, nearly grinding her teeth to dust. That expression was clearly telling me to just wait and see. The days passed peacefully for a while, and that couple stopped causing trouble. Instead, they silently kept their distance from me. I got along quite well with Yao Yao. This girl is warm and generous. No wonder she has so many fans and does so well selling products in her live streams. Morris, the rich second-generation heir, enjoys reading books in his free time. Every time I read scripts in the living room, I can see him there reading a book. I'm quite puzzled. Isn't he supposed to be a rich second-generation heir who enjoys eating, drinking, and having fun? Why does he act like a bookworm every day? Moreover, netizens know he's a rich second-generation heir, but they simply can't dig up his background. However, with his cool and handsome looks, he managed to attract a large number of fans who adore his appearance. One day, while I was studying the script, Juna Duan suddenly walked up to me with a cold smile. These days, she has been trying hard to gain fans through variety shows, playing the role of a delicate and vulnerable girl in every possible way. Unfortunately, the results haven't been good, after all. The first impression she gave to netizens has already been ruined by me. Now it seems she can't hold on anymore and has completely given up on managing her expressions in front of me, or is she planning to use me again to establish a new persona? I looked at her in confusion. She looked at me with disdain. Esme sang, "Are you really bringing shame to us actors?" Me, I really thought you climbed up in the entertainment industry through your own efforts. Who would have thought you're just a woman who sells her looks, has no principles, and becomes some big shot's canary to get famous? Disgusting. Pointing at my nose, she scolded me indignantly, completely shedding her usual fragile image. I asked in confusion, "What are you talking about?" "It's all over the internet. Stop pretending." Sure enough, I was trending at the top of the hot search list. Online rumors claimed I was actually the sugar baby of my company's big boss. It also included a photo of me and my boss dining alone at a restaurant. The mysterious whistleblower claimed that the reason I was so terrified by Griff Fu's joking confession was because I, as a canary, feared angering the big boss. He vividly described how despicable I was and how I seduced the big boss step by step. That's why I now have such great resources, landing the lead female role in every production. Esme Sang is really something else. I always thought her family background seemed pretty average, yet her resources are off the charts. Turns out there's powerful sex deals behind the scenes. Every time these resource-backed stars claim they rely on talent, it's actually men propping them up. She looked down on my idol for being too old on the show, yet she's cooing baby in the arms of men in their 50s daily. Isn't she disgusted with herself? I genuinely want to spit on Esme Sang. What kind of shameless woman waltzes into showbiz like this? Can't she just drop dead? She's an embarrassment to our gender. I really feel for Griff Fu. He must have genuinely liked Esme Sang to confess on a variety show. Pity he fell for a woman with zero moral boundaries. The internet is full of people cursing me and my company's boss. Griff Fu's reputation suddenly improved quite a bit. He instantly became the object of sympathy across the entire internet, from a creepy, paternalistic man to a pitiable award-winning actor who loved the wrong toxic woman. The livestream comments were also full of people cursing at me. The few fans who spoke up for me were also mercilessly torn apart. I raised my eyes and glanced at the crowd. Yarrow Yarrow wore a puzzled expression and kept scrolling through her phone. Maurice's face was extremely gloomy. He glanced at me and Juna Duan, his eyes as cold as ice. I had no idea what he was angry about. Meanwhile, Griff Fu was playing the role of a heartbroken man in the shot, gazing at the chandelier at a 45-degree angle. As for Juna Duan, her eyes were filled with triumph, as if she had finally gotten her revenge. I guess this leak and the trending topic are the handiwork of Juna Duan and Griff Fu. Esme Sang, how can you face your loving fans and the parents who raised you like this? Juna Duan continued to attack me, attempting to judge me from the moral high ground. The leak is false. My relationship with our boss is purely professional. I'm not his kept woman. Of course you wouldn't dare admit it. After all, your skin is thicker than a city wall. I frowned and fell silent for a moment. What a disgusting couple, since they couldn't use me as a stepping stone to boost their status. They resorted to spreading slanderous rumors to ruin me. Juna Duan, I know you're jealous of me, but you don't have to insult me with such baseless rumors. My eyes welled up with tears as I cried, feeling utterly wronged. Where there's smoke, there's fire. If these rumors are circulating, there must be some truth to them, especially since there are photos. And what about the rumors that Griff Fu is secretly married? By your logic, that must be true too. Juna Duan froze for a moment. Don't change the subject. We're talking about you right now. I genuinely climbed my way up through hard work. As far as I remember, you're the one with connections. Could it be that because you relied on a man, you're so convinced I must have done the same? Though I was crying pitifully, I refused to back down. Juna Duan looked at me with even more disgust in her eyes. She snorted coldly. I, Juna Duan, earned this variety show opportunity because of my talent. I don't rely on men. I'm not like people like you. I have principles. Then dare you swear it? I, Juna Duan, swear that I don't rely on men in the entertainment industry. If I break this vow, may I be cursed by netizens every day and never achieve fame in my lifetime. Juna Duan wanted to seize this opportunity to put me down while gaining fans, so she got so excited that she started swearing oaths. Right after she finished swearing, her live stream was banned due to reports from netizens and went offline. Juna Duan now has a look of pure delight on her face. I reckon she's happy because someone just praised her for being a breath of fresh air. I wiped away my tears, a faint smile curling at the corners of my lips as I looked at her with pity in my eyes. She probably doesn't realize yet that the stone she's lifting will eventually fall on her own foot. What are you laughing at? Juna Duan asked, looking at me in confusion. I casually brushed my hair aside, no longer bothering to keep up the act. There's no live broadcast now anyway. I laugh at some people's vows. They might just come true. You'd better pray for yourself. Phut, stop trying to scare me. You're messing around with your boss, and I heard his wife isn't someone to mess with. Just wait to get banned across the internet. Homewreckers like you never end well. Juna Duan smirked arrogantly. What do you mean the other woman? Stop talking nonsense. Before I could even speak, Maury stepped in front of me and snapped at Juna Duan in displeasure. I gave Maury a surprised glance, unsure why he had suddenly intervened. Juna Duan frowned and sneered at me. Esme sang, "You're disgusting. Not content with seducing your boss, you're now flirting with a rich second-generation heir on the show. Maury, I advise you to see this woman for who she really is. Or you'll end up being scammed out of money and emotions." Molly was so angry she laughed. "Juna Duan, I think you're the disgusting one here." Juna Duan's lips trembled with rage. "What a complete idiot. You'll regret this later." After saying that, she turned and left. Griff Fu also got up and returned to his room. I let out a sigh. It's a bit of a shame. I had just activated battle mode, ready to have a big fight with Juna Duan. "Don't be afraid, trust me, I'll protect you." Maury suddenly turned around and said earnestly. My big, puzzled eyes stared at him. "I've barely exchanged a few words with him. We're not close at all. What's wrong with this guy? He even said he wants to protect me. Didn't he just imply last time that I was a green tea bitch? Back off. I don't need any protection. And don't think just because I'm at a low point in life that I'm easy to fool with emotions." I took a few steps back, adopting a defensive stance. In my past life, I suffered enough from men. This lifetime, men can forget about deceiving me. Molly froze for a moment, then suddenly looked at me and chuckled softly, the tips of his ears turning suspiciously red. I looked at him strangely, thinking he was being inexplicable. "Esme, just wait. I won't let anyone bully you like this." He finished speaking and walked straight away. A staff member tried to persuade him not to leave, but he completely ignored them. Speechless, I rubbed my nose. This guy really left in a hurry. I almost wanted to tell him. This was all my own design from the start, and I didn't need his help at all. These past few days, my scandal has been escalating more and more online. The live streams have also been suspended. Griff Fu's online reputation has improved, and even Juna Duan, who was outraged and scolded me at the time, has gained quite a bit of goodwill from netizens. She took the opportunity to promote her looks again, as well as her education and family background. Now everyone online is saying she's a beautiful heiress with the right values. It's something a resource-hogging opportunist like me, who climbed my way up through the beds, can't compare to. Moreover, she posted her script on Weibo, showing that she's already landed a role and is determined to work hard. My agent is so frantic, pacing around in front of me as if about to take off on the spot. "Esme, aren't you the least bit worried? You've lost hundreds of thousands of followers these past few days, and many brands have said they'll revoke your endorsement deals and demand hefty breach of contract penalties if you can't salvage your image soon. Don't get worked up, it's almost time." I smiled indifferently and took a calm sip of tea. Only by elevating Juna Duan and Griff Fu to great heights will their eventual fall be especially painful. The live variety show I participated in faced a boycott. The director made a decisive call to broadcast a live press conference instead, inviting all media friends to confront me face to face. I agreed to it as well. The release of such a message instantly filled netizens with anticipation. After all, since my scandal broke, I've never spoken out on social media, so netizens assumed I was scared and had silently accepted it. They were eager to see what kind of excuses I would come up with during the press conference. Yes. Apart from my fans who are expecting an explanation from me, 99% of the people are here to watch me make a fool of myself. On the day of the press conference, a crowd of media had their cameras pointed at me, afraid they might miss capturing my embarrassing moments. And Juna Duan was wearing a custom haute couture evening gown today. Those who don't know might think she's heading to a red carpet event. Griff Fu, on the other hand, looked utterly disheveled. Seems like he's planning to keep up the act of being the heartbroken victim in front of the media. When Yao Yao arrived, she gave me a complicated glance. It seemed like she wanted to talk to me, but her manager forcibly pulled her to her seat. Molly has already left the variety show. And now that everyone is here, let's get started. The director was cueing the process on the side. As soon as the live broadcast started, the barrage was full of insults directed at me. Reporters also surrounded me, asking sharp questions, to which I earnestly shook my head in denial. In the end, I cried so hard I couldn't speak. This made the media very unhappy, and netizens were also furious. They all scolded me for being stubborn as a mule. Still making excuses at a time like this. Juna Duan looked at me with disdain, lowering her voice to mock me by my ear. At this point, you're beyond saving. I had someone bring your boss's son here. Tell me. Faced with a homewrecker like you who ruined his parents' relationship, do you think he'll slap you in front of everyone? She finished speaking with an even brighter smile. I was taken aback for a moment. I knew my boss and his wife had a son, but I had never seen him before. Don't be an impulsive rich kid who ruins my plans in the end. I suddenly felt a bit panicked, then saw Juna Duan excitedly glance at her phone before standing up gracefully and saying, "Everyone." The son of the CEO of Morningstar Entertainment, Esme Sang's company, has heard about this incident and is furious. He's already arrived and plans to confront Esme Sang live. Netizens and reporters instantly buzzed with excitement. Holy shit, this is so satisfying. Am I about to witness the young master tearing apart his dad's mistress? This is even more thrilling than a TV drama. Esme Sang's damn fans are still here trying to debunk the rumors. Let's nail them to the pillar of shame right now. I bet 10 eggs that Esme Sang is going to get slapped later. I clenched my fists as I read these comments, forgetting all about pretending to be pitiful. At this moment, a crowd had gathered in one place, and the boss's son was walking over from there. When the crowd clearly saw who was approaching, they fell silent for a moment. Juna Duan frowned and shouted in dissatisfaction, "Molly, what are you standing there for?" "We're waiting for the boss's son, Esme Sang." Molly curled his lips into a cold smile, his gaze at Juna Duan filled with impatience. But when his gaze fell upon me, it instantly softened considerably. This has left me utterly confused. I'm not even close with him, okay? I am the son of the chairman of Morningstar Entertainment, but the CEO of Morningstar Entertainment is surnamed Zheng. Can't I take my mother's surname? With so many eyes watching, there's no need for me to lie. Juna Duan's lips twitched, her expression turning extremely unpleasant. I stared at him in shock. So I'm actually participating in the variety show with the boss's son. How come I didn't know anything about this? Netizens went wild, and reporters swarmed Mori, snapping photos like crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god, I've always admired his looks, but never knew which rich family's second-generation heir he was. Turns out he's the Crown Prince of Morningstar Entertainment. This is the Crown Prince of Morningstar Entertainment. He's probably been cradled by award-winning actors and actresses since birth. So jealous. Some people are born lucky, while I can only shoot imaginary hoops. I'm shattered. Everyone. The online rumors are completely false. Esme Sang has no connection with my father. Besides, it's just a normal photo. They weren't even standing close. How can you believe a story fabricated from just this picture? Morley's face was full of disdain. With an air of natural nobility, his demeanor was as light as the clouds and breeze. Everyone seemed to believe what he said without question. At that moment, Juna Duan gritted her teeth and spat out, "That day, I even saw Mori and Esme Sang pulling and tugging at each other in private. Esme Sang really has some skills. Playing the boss's canary while also seducing his son. Mori, I hope you're not so love-struck that you get fooled by this woman." Hearing such words, Mori frowned and glared at Juna Duan with displeasure. What kind of soap opera drama is this? For real or fake? So Esme Sang was involved with both the father and the son. My brain is fried. What's even real anymore? Tell me, what's the truth? This scandal just keeps getting juicier. I feel like even if the Morningstar boss comes out to clarify now, it won't clean up this mess. Juna Duan glanced at the netizens' reactions, a hint of smugness flashing in her eyes. After all, netizens are right. Even if my boss were to come forward now, this matter couldn't be clarified. People would still assume the rumors about me are true. Unfortunately, she celebrated too soon. Little did she know, there really is a powerful figure backing me. But it's not our boss, it's our boss's wife. And although our entertainment company appears to have the boss as the authority figure, in reality, it's the boss's wife who calls the shots. The fish has already taken the bait. It's time for me to reel it in. Everyone, I am actually the victim here. Let me say a few words. I cleared my throat and took a deep breath. I kept denying earlier because I didn't have evidence. But just now my agent sent me all the clarification materials. After speaking, I went to connect the projector. Everyone, take a look. Recently, there have been smear campaigns against me all over the internet. Our company sent someone to investigate. And the person behind these attacks is none other than Juna Duan. Here are her transaction records with the whistleblower. As for why Juna Duan is smearing me, it's because their plan to use me as a scapegoat failed, so they hold a grudge against me. The reporter asked in confusion. Their plan? Open your eyes wide. Everyone, who do you think is in these photos? Photos flashed one after another on the screen, causing an uproar in the venue. Isn't that Griff Fu and Juna Duan? Why are they so close? Are they in a relationship? Wow, what relationship? They even have a marriage certificate. So Griff Fu's secret marriage is real. His wife is Juna Duan. This is too explosive. If Griff Fu and Juna Duan are already married, I can understand them pretending not to know each other on variety shows. But what's with Griff Fu confessing to Esme Sang? What kind of move is that? I'm dying of laughter. This drama just took a wild turn, just a couple of days ago. Juna Duan was swearing up and down she didn't rely on men, and now she's exposed as the secret wife of the award-winning actor. If this is true, Esme Sang is really the tragic beauty here. Griff Fu and Juna Duan are terrifying. Juna Duan and Griff Fu watch these barrage comments, their faces drained of all color. I even dug up Juna Duan's secret Weibo account, filled with posts and photos of her and Griff Fu subtly flaunting their relationship. Griff Fu's fans are definitely going to be devastated. After presenting all the evidence, I returned to my seat. Juna Duan was still shaking her head in disbelief. How is this possible? How did you manage to dig this up? I smiled and lowered my voice, because the photos and the tipster were all arranged by me. Of course, I couldn't have dug up this dirt myself. But since you offended our boss's wife, with her influence, there's no dirt she can't uncover. Juna Duan looked at me in horror and instantly collapsed onto the ground. I was thrilled inside, but on the surface, I still looked at her with concern. After all, I also need to maintain the image of a beautiful and kind-hearted person, from my past life. I already knew that this woman would spread malicious rumors about her competitors whenever she encountered them. It was always the same old trick, so I deliberately provoked her jealousy in the variety show. Then gave her the opportunity to spread rumors about me, offending our boss's wife. Then I went to the boss's wife to cry and complain a few times. I didn't even need to lift a finger. Naturally, a bunch of people would take care of her and Griff Fu, everyone. The chairman of Morning Star Entertainment is video calling me. The director suddenly shouted excitedly. Two figures instantly appeared on the big screen. Standing closer to the screen was my boss's wife. Her curly hair and red lips exuding competence. The boss stood smiling behind her, the picture of a devoted husband. Everyone, let me make this clear. Esme Sang is an actress I highly value, and I'm the one who recommended her for resources. However, she also went through proper auditions and was selected by the director. I hope there will be no more baseless rumors about this young lady online, or our company will not hesitate to take legal action. We'll sue every single one of them. Hearing such a statement, I internally cheered for the boss lady's fierceness. She's practically my idol. Also, she's my top choice for a daughter-in-law. My son has always been her fan and begged me to let him join the variety show just for her. I'd love to have her as my daughter-in-law. Do you think I wouldn't know if she's innocent or not? Me, what kind of strange turn of events is this? I gave Maury a puzzled look, only to see him staring at me sheepishly, his little face flushed red. Our company's PR response is truly lightning fast. After the boss's wife ended the video call, directors I had previously worked with began posting clips of my audition videos. Many netizens who saw them commented that I truly deserved the lead female role. In just those brief 10+ minutes, my reputation was instantly reversed. Those who had cursed me so viciously before were now filled with regret. Rushing to apologize to me, followers started pouring in instantly. Juna Duan and Griff Fu were being torn apart online, and when Juna Duan saw me smiling at her, she glared in fury before passing out. Griff Fu quickly caught her. Griff Fu, you scumbag, we liked you so much. And you secretly married another woman. At that moment, a sharp voice rang out. Before anyone could react, a woman was seen rushing toward Griff Fu with a knife in her hand, stabbing at him. Griff Fu panicked for a moment and instantly used Juna Duan in his arms to block the knife. Juna Duan was woken by the pain and started wailing. Meanwhile, the overexcited fan was restrained by security. I felt somewhat dazed, because this fan was the obsessive fan who killed me in my past life. But in this life, her knife was aimed at Griff Fu, yet Griff Fu used Juna Duan as a shield. I thought this despicable couple was so deeply in love, just SOSO, I had no time to watch such a farce anymore. So I left silently. When I was about to get into the nanny van, Maury stopped me. "What are you doing?" I asked him in confusion. "What my mom just said." "Oh, the boss lady must have wanted to clear my name. I won't take it seriously. What she said is true. Esme, I like you," Maury confessed to me earnestly. In my previous life, my attention was entirely on Griff Fu, and I completely overlooked Maury. I only knew that he withdrew from the variety show after Griff Fu and I publicly announced our relationship, so he joined the variety show because of me. Then last time you still implied I was a green TB*TCH. No, you misunderstood. I was thinking that drinking some green tea could help reduce swelling and make you look better on camera. No wonder you glared at me. So that's what it was. This has been bothering me for a while. Sorry, I'm only focused on my career, not on men, I coldly refused. Maury, however, started grinning foolishly there. "It's okay, I'm still your career fan. No matter what you do, I'll support you. Go for it." I looked at him in astonishment. So this is what it truly means to like someone. Someone who likes you only wishes for you to become better. Recently, the news has been filled with Griff Fu and Juna Duan. Griff Fu's act of using Juna Duan as a shield has caused him to lose a significant number of fans. Not only are his fans criticizing him daily, but male peers are also constantly calling him out for not being a real man. Many partners wanted to terminate contracts with him, so he faced exorbitant termination fees. Juna Duan was severely injured and spent over 10 days in the ICU fighting for her life. It's said that when she woke up, she screamed hysterically. She kept saying the plot shouldn't have been like this. She was supposed to be the hottest star now, about to win major awards. She couldn't accept the fact that Griff Fu used her as a human shield, so when Griff Fu came to visit her, she stabbed him hard. Griff Fu was immediately knocked unconscious by the stabbing. When Griff Fu woke up, he screamed in terror, saying it couldn't be true, that it wasn't possible. The one who died was supposed to be Esme Sang. Netizens mocked the couple, wondering if they had gone mad. Only I know, they must have all been reborn. But the moment they were reborn, they found themselves already at the point of being condemned by all, having lost both reputation and fortune. I smiled even more delightedly, celebrating that night by opening a bottle of red wine, the same vintage they had opened on the day I died. From then on, the two of them were like rats in the gutter. Meanwhile, my star continued to rise. My good days were far from over.